Hi and welcome back to my channel, Movement with Liz. My name is Liz and this is Aria dog. I felt too bad to move her, so I've just let her stay exactly where she was. You may hear her snoring throughout the class. Today we're going to do a short mobility practice for the spine. So you don't need to spend hours and hours training or doing mobility or stretching. If you are busy, doing a little bit each day is absolutely perfect and you're going to get results from it if you consistently do it. So a little bit every day is going to be amazing for your body. So we're going to begin with hands and knees on the mat or on the floor, knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart. We'll start with some cat-cow. Take a breath in, drop the belly down, look forward. As you breathe out, press through the palms, rolling through the spine. You're going to have to talk a little bit louder over Ari's snoring. Breathing in, dropping the belly down, bring the shoulder blades together. As you breathe out, reversing that curve through the spine, tucking the chin and the hips. Just keep moving like that with your own breath. Aria likes to make an appearance every now and then. Sometimes she'll stay for the whole class, sometimes she'll leave and head up to the couch. Let's do that 2 more times. Feeling that movement through the spine as you roll. And then my favorite movement, I'm going to do spinal circles. So it starts the same as cat-cow. Take a breath in, drop the belly down towards the floor. As you breathe out, you're going to roll the rib cage out to the right, up and around to the left. Bring it back down through center, breathing in, breathing out, rolling it out, up, press through the palms, to the left, back down. Just keep doing that. You don't have to do it fast. Really kind of feel that whole rib cage area. Using your breath. Do it 2 more times to the right. It's absolutely delicious. If you have time for just one thing, I'd recommend doing this. Reversing that movement, breathing in. As you breathe out, rib cage goes out to the left, up, around to the right, back down through center. Two more times. Ari's had a pretty tough day protecting the backyard and going for a walk. Good, bringing that back through to center. Bringing the knees together, lift the feet off the floor, going into a wag tail. So just getting some movement there through the lower back area. And you have a couple of different options here. You can either come into flexion or a little bit of flexion through the spine or extension. So just whatever feels best. You might even feel a bit better in a bit more of a neutral spine. You could even move between those movements or those positions. Beautiful ways to free up some space there through the lower back. Bringing the knees together. So we're going to come into child's pose. So pressing the hips back, reach the arms out long. Really try and get the buttocks down towards the heels. If it doesn't touch, that's okay. Just have that intention of pressing the butt back towards the feet. We're going to pull the body forward, rolling up through the spine, kind of like we're coming up through cat, and then pressing the hips down towards the mat. Press through the palms, lift the chest. Reversing that, going to roll back through, pressing back into child's pose. You may find the knees need to come apart a little bit. I just realised I set that up wrongly. I do apologise. And then again, pull the body forward, rolling through the spine. Squeeze the butt as the hips drop down towards the floor. Shoulders away from ears. And again, just finding this movement with your own breath. We're going to take a breath in as we come forward. Breathing out as you press back. Breathing in, pull the body forward, press the hips down. Breathing out, pressing the hips back. Let's do that 3 more times, rolling forward, really accentuating that movement there through the spine, pressing the hips back. One more time. Getting some nice flexion, extension of the spine. Holding here in child's pose. Just take a few deep breaths in and out. One more deep breath. And then pressing yourself back up. It's going to come onto our buttocks, and this movement's kind of like you're setting up for deer. So you're going to bring one leg out. I've got my left leg out. It doesn't have to be in line with the hip or anything. And then the back knee is just going to come and touch the back heel. So kind of like deer, but not. And then we're going to be adding rotation through the upper body. So this is quite a strong movement. So I just want you to work with your range of motion. You're not trying to push past your range of motion. You're working with it. So I'm going to bring one hand down, reaching I've got my right hand up in the air. And I'm going to come around, I'm twisting through. Now you might find that you get to here, I'm here on my elbow, that might be where you stay. You might be able to come all the way down to that shoulder area here. And we're making this a movement. So we're going to breathe in, reach the arm back up, breathe out, reaching through. If you get that shoulder to the mat, that's awesome. If you don't, that's also awesome. Just working with your range. And just keep moving through this movement. Let's do it 2 more times to this side, and then we'll hold for a bit of a stretch. One more time, breathing in as you reach, breathing out, bringing that shoulder, maybe it's the elbow, holding here, take a few deep breaths in and out, feeling all that tension through the ribcage area, helping it to release. And then open that back up. It's coming to just some windshield wipers before we go into the other side. And then making your way into the other side. So setting yourself up, so kind of like deer but not. And then you may find one side feels better than the other. You might have more range, you might have less range. So breathing in, reaching that arm up as you breathe out. Making that little rotation, twisting down. Making it that movement. Using your breath as you move. Really nice for the thoracic spine. So if we've got some movement through there, we're able to breathe better. And if we can breathe better, we're going to be thinking better, we're going to be moving better, we're going to be feeling better in general. 2 more times. And then holding it down for that stretch. Big deep breaths in and out of the nose. And then coming up through center. We're going to do one last little exercise. This is really great for, again, freeing up some space through the ribcage area, the thoracic spine, and also down the side of the neck. Really beautiful for your vagus nerve. So this is called the salamander. And we're going to hold each side for 1 minute. So I'm just going to demonstrate it for you first. I'm going to do it from the front, just so you can clearly see what is happening. So we come down onto hands and knees. Oh, the kettlebell's behind me. Sorry, Aria. So hands and knees, lining the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Now, really important with our head position that we're not too high and we're not too low. So to find a really nice position, bring your head into what feels like too high, bring it down into what feels like too low, and then halfway between that. There's going to be a nice position there for the neck. Now, the first thing that we're going to do, you're going to just use your eyes and look to the right. And then you're going to take the ear to the right shoulder and you're going to continue to twist and look over the right shoulder. We're going to hold that position. You might feel a nice release down there through the side of the neck. So it's quite strong. If it does feel too strong for you, what I'll get you to do is stay seated and you're going to look to the right, but you're going to take your head to the left. And this is just the level 1 version of this movement. So eyes to the right, but ear comes down to left shoulder. So it would look like this. And that's where you're going to stay for the first few times that you do it. And then you can progress up to the full salamander. So coming down onto hands and knees, setting it up, finding that position with the head, come a bit too high, come a bit too low, and then halfway between those points. Finding the eyes looking to the right ear comes to right shoulder, and then take a little twist through that upper body looking over the shoulder, and let's hold for 1 minute. While you're holding, breathing nice and smoothly. Holding that eye gaze. We are about halfway. Coming back through to center. Sitting up for a moment. Take a little moment. It can be a little bit disorientating sometimes, holding that eye gaze for that long and then coming back. Just give yourself a little moment. Pat your puppy if they're next to you. And then we'll do that to the other side. So setting yourself up. Eyes go to the left ear to left shoulder, and then continue on with that twist. Timer has begun. And you may find that one side feels better than the other. Don't worry about that, just kind of work with it. Focus on breathing smoothly, focus on the eye gaze, holding that position. Slowly bring yourself back through to center. Take a little moment. So really nice way, again, like I said, freeing up some space through the rib cage, freeing up down the side of the neck. Going to bring some more blood flow into that area. Really great for calming down. So I'd love to know how it felt for you, and it's something that you could do every day. So thank you very much for joining me. That was some mobility for the spine area. If we've got a really good, strong, functional spine, we're going to move better, feel better, think better, and function better in life. So thank you very much for joining myself and Aria, and we will see you in the next video.